Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome to a brand new video in Forza Motorsport 7 where we're going to be talking about Forza Horizon 4. Now, mainly what we're going to be talking about is how there's been a little bit of a back and forth in the community about how will seasons either make or break the game itself. Now, while we talk about this, we're going to be building and tuning a maxed out exo set, which is going to be a really fun project, I think, because we're going to be turning this thing up all the way, turning it up as far as it can go. And then we're going to be going and having some fun with it. Probably going to be doing some drifting with it because that's probably all it will be good for once we put this much power through this tiny little exo set. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into seasons. Now, it's interesting because you have some people that say on one end of the spectrum, this is the best thing to happen to Forza Horizon in a long time. This is by far one of the best things they could have possibly done. You have other people on the other end of the spectrum saying that this is one of the worst decisions they could have made because you don't really have control over when the seasons happen. They're more of a weekly basis, you know, they happen on a weekly basis based on a schedule determined by the game. So, I personally think that this is a really good thing to happen to the game. I think it makes the map dynamic. I think it makes the world dynamic, and I think it makes the world feel more alive. By the way, we're pumping 800 horsepower out of this thing now, which is going to be just stupid. I mean, this is it's going to be stupid. It's going to be so crazy. But back to the season topic itself. I think the thing with the seasons that I think a lot of people get freaked out about is the fact that it's something different. It's something new that the Forza Horizon series has never had, and I think inherently with that, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to say, oh, what's this? This is bad. This is new. I don't know what this is. And I think that you're going to always have people that react negatively to change, but honestly, a lot of people will come around to the idea, I think, over the lifespan of the game, if the seasons end up playing out the way that people, oh, that's drag. We don't want drag tires on this thing. I'm going to slide it around. I don't want drag tires. Drag tires are not what I need. Wow. Oh, geez. 285s in the rear? Yeah, that's going to be... Sure, that'll totally hold 800 naturally aspirated horsepower. Totally. But I almost want to leave the stock wheels on this thing because the stock wheels look so good. They really do, though. I mean, I might do some deep concave ADV ones, or even these ADV5 track functions look really good. I might, ooh. Oh, man. God, no, now I just want to leave the stock ones. Oh, but you know what? No. No. We're going to go with these ADV5 track spec CSs because these are something that you will not see on one of these. And since it's not going to be a top speed build, I'm not really concerned about, you know, going absolutely as lightweight as humanly possible. Now, let's see. Oh, you can do fenders. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take this thing out and drift it and keep talking about the seasons themselves. Now, I think the only bad thing that could come from seasons is if there ends up being one season that you really don't like. And then that particular week of playing the game is going to be like, oh, I hate this particular season. I wish it would change. And, you know, and then you don't have the ability to have it change. Now, I could see that maybe kind of being something that sucks. But at the same time, you know, that's not necessarily like terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like this massive, terrible thing that will make people, you know, not want to play the game. And I think unless you really have that much of a dislike for any certain specific season, I can't see it being a problem. Now, the biggest season I can see some people having trouble with is winter, because I can see winter making people angry in the sense of like, oh no, I have a garage full of drift cars and I don't want to use anything else. Like, you'll have other things. The game will give you other cars. But I can see some people being like, oh my god, it's winter, and I hate winter because I've built a bunch of drift cars, I've built a bunch of race cars, and all I can use is, like, off-road vehicles. Now, you can use whatever you want, mind you. You can use whatever you want at any given time of year. That's not the... Oh my god. Spinning it forth. That's wonderful. But anyways, you can use whatever you want, really. You just have to make sure... Oh, boy. You just have to make sure that you have something prepared for when the seasons do change. Now, I think another thing with that is the fact that, like, I think people are going to... There's always going to be people that'll say, well, I don't like trucks, so I'm not going to build any trucks. I'm not going to build any Jeeps. I'm not going to build any off-roaders. I just want to do cars. And I think there's always going to be people like that, and there's really nothing wrong with that. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's the only time you're going to have issues with seasons, because you're going to have people that are going to be like, oh my god, I bought the game for this, and this particular season is not going to let me do it for a week. That's the only time I can see it being a problem. Oh my god, get sideways. I was like, geez. I keep forgetting I really don't have to downshift in this thing. I've got so much torque. There we go. Oh, yes. Woo! Still spinning tires. That's insane. Oh, keep it. Keep it managed. Woo! Okay, there we go. Trying to focus right now. Oh, God. I know I stopped talking, but I'm trying to get this perfect. At least as close to perfect as I can get it. Ah! Wow, I screwed that up. You know, didn't go the wrong way or lose it or anything, but didn't necessarily link it the way I wanted to link it. But regardless, woo, there's a little bit of e-brake ride for you. But regardless, that's the only problem that I see with this system is, like, people that say, you know, that they don't like a specific season, and I think obviously you're going to always have people that are going to complain about a specific season, because there's going to be people that don't like winter, and I think honestly, like, that's going to be the biggest one. There's going to be people that there were people that hated Blizzard Mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people that hated Blizzard Mountain and that refused to play it. There's people that refuse to go there, that refuse to play it, and personally, I think that's their loss, because it's a really great expansion on Horizon 3. But I think at the end of the day, that's going to be the biggest thing that Horizon 4 might struggle with in the long run in the community is like people not liking a certain season. Because frankly, like, and I think like this is going to be a much smaller percentage of people that have this particular opinion, but there's going to be maybe some off-roader people that are going to complain about the fact that they can't, you know, do any mudding in summer because the mud's all dried up. But that, honestly, that I don't see being a big issue, because that's such a small portion of the community. And plus, you know, if you're going to be playing Horizon 4 for off-roading and mudding and stuff like that, you know, there's going to be at least one other aspect of the game that you like, that you can do in that particular season, you know, like racing or drifting, or, I mean, hell, even painting or customization. So I don't think that one is going to be an issue. I think, again, and I keep going back to winter here, but I think that there's going to be people that are going to be, like, actually legitimately upset about having to spend a week in winter. So that's my entire, that's basically my opinion on the whole, like, will it make or break the game? And I want to know what you guys think on like, you know, the topic of seasons making or breaking the game. I mean, do you think they're a good thing overall? Are you like indifferent? Do you wish that the system was made differently? And I think the biggest thing that kind of brought on me talking about this was because I saw on Reddit somebody actually posted about how they didn't like seasons, and I was like, what do you mean? That's like, this is one of the best things to happen to the game in a long time, I think. But I think, you know, that's what's good about a community, because it gets people talking to each other, and it gets people talking about what they really do feel about the game as a whole. So, woo, linked. That was awesome. I love this thing as a drift kart. I mean, and when you just lay into it and start linking stuff together, it starts to get really, really fun. Really, really fun. And I think, you know, winter as it sits right now, I mean, I've played the game and I've felt how it feels in winter, and it does feel similar to Blizzard Mountain, but I think, honestly, if you have even one or two cars that'll work in winter, you'll be able to do just fine. I mean, really, you'll be able to do just fine, and I don't think you'll find it to be a non-enjoyable season. I think if you spend some time with it and just get to know the actual, like, winter season as a whole, I think you'll enjoy it. I think it'll be, you know, something that people can use as a break from, like, the norm for Forza. Because if you think about it, you know, the other seasons are all, they're fairly similar compared to winter. I mean, winter's the only one that has, like, this major environmental change. So that's the other thing too, is like, if you want to drift and stuff like that, every season besides winter, you have your normal roads, right? 3 weeks For 3 weeks, you have your normal roads. And it's only that one other week that you're going to have to deal with snow on the ground. So I think as a whole, it definitely makes it more of a livable, realistic environment. And I think the fact that it is dynamically changing will make it a good, will make it a good break from the norm, especially not only for the series, but for open world racing games as a whole, and is a big step to believable worlds. And I think believable worlds are what we all play these games for, I mean, believable worlds that we can live in with our friends are what we, chucked it a little hard on that one. Woo! So that was interesting. But yeah, I think like believable worlds are what we all want out of this. And I think that, the seasons are definitely a step to that. And I'm definitely keen to finish this off with some good donuts. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Tell me in the comment section below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all later.